And welcome back, everyone. So Penn State already, they nearly got a pick on their first drive. Now they're in a 2nd and 20. And they're going to hand it off with Nicholas Singleton. And Singleton is going to pick up a gain of 17, 18 yards. And it will be 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2. Nice run by Nicholas Singleton. Penn State already controlling the lines of scrimmage. And hello, everyone. I finally got 8 hours of sleep for like the first time in 3 days. Last night's stream was uber successful. I'm hoping that this stream is successful as well. And they're going to hand it off again with Singleton. And Singleton falls down, but he had a hole. He could have went for 20 yards there. And Penn State's dominating the lines of scrimmage right now, which is, you know, interesting to say the least. Whew. All right, so 1st and 10 at their own 44. Aller is back there. They keep Singleton in. Little play action fake. Aller is surveying the field, and his pass is complete to Tyler Warren, the tight end, number 44. It's about a gain of 12 or 13. Right, 1st and 10 at the 45 of Penn State. Olu Fashanu has opted out of this matchup, so Penn State has a new offensive line arrangement, but it's looking pretty good right now. They put Katron Allen in the game, back behind Aller. Let's see if they hand it off to Katron Allen, who really is more of the tank type of back. And Allen is able to jitterbug his way for about a gain of 5 inside the Ole Miss 40. So it'll be 2nd and 5 from the Ole Miss 39. Look, I mean, this matchup, I said it in my preview and prediction, which did not go well at all for Ohio State, Missouri, but that Penn State had the better overall trench play, and I think you're seeing that here on these first few drives. Ole Miss, if Ole Miss is going to beat Penn State, they're going to have to do it in the way that Arizona was targeting Oklahoma early, where they just do their speed, they use their speed, they get the ball out quickly. They can't let plays develop on Penn State offensively. Now, defensively, what Ole Miss has to do is they can't do what they just did, where Katron Allen burst through a hole and is down to the 15. That was a 24-yard run right there by Katron Allen. I mean, they have to keep gap integrity. Right there, you see that Allen just... good footwork. That was good footwork. That play was red, but with his footwork quickly finding the hole, going diagonally, he got through. Now it's 1st and 10 at the Ole Miss 15. Penn State's in the red zone. Let's see what they do here. Motion out their tight end to the left. Play action. Aller throws... got hit as he threw. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. And welcome in, everyone. We have many concurrent viewers. Please stay on because this is an awesome live watch party and play-by-play. Like the video if you haven't already and subscribe to the channel. And I see some people who were on the stream yesterday. Casey Meyer, Andrew Anderson, and then obviously... SFS Inverted, and Thank You, and Brownie College Football. I'll get to answering your comments after, on the next commercial break is when I'll answer them. Aller hands it off to Singleton, and Singleton powers forward for a gain of 6. 3rd and 4 at the Ole Miss 9. James Franklin likes to run it on 3rd and medium, so I would not be shocked here if he decided to do so. And I see all the likes and subs pouring in. Thank you very much. And if you want to support the channel, you can check out my Patreon page via the link in the description or the pinned comment. If you're an all conference patron, you get thanked at the end of every video. And if you're an All-American or Heisman patron, you do get access to bonus content. All right, 3rd and 4. Ole Miss tries to bring pressure, and the pass is dropped. Penn State wide receiver Harrison Wallace III. It was a good throw by Aller, but he just couldn't bring it in. So it's 4th and 4. Yeah, dropped by Harrison Wallace. So Penn State will probably have to settle for a field goal. And they will bring out Alex Falcons, who's been very reliable this season, made over 80% of his field goals. And Penn State will probably go up 3-0. And they do. 3-0 Penn State with 9 minutes and 17 seconds left in the first quarter. It was a good defensive and offensive series by the Nittany Lions. It looks like now we're about to hit a commercial break already. Oh, by the way, for future reference, my live video from last night is unwatchable now. Well, not unwatchable, just can't be monetized because it picked up the audio from the broadcast, and that's a part of the TV rights. So I can't turn up the volume enough for you all to hear it. SFS inverted. Why couldn't we at least look like this last night? For reference, he's talking about Ohio State, as in we. I don't think that you... I think last night your offensive line played one of its worst games of the second half of the season, I would say. It looked more like the Indiana offensive line, and I think that Penn State right now, like, another part is Missouri has a better defense than Ole Miss. Missouri does have a better defense. I mean, Ole Miss is known for offense, not known for defense. And I think Penn State honestly they have the better O-line, particularly in terms of run block. They've been successful running the ball this season at times, and especially later in the season in November, they began to figure out their rushing attack. And it helped them against Michigan. It helped them against Rutgers. I mean, they pounded Michigan State, and they could pound Ole Miss here on the ground. What's up, Sam? Brownie College Football, nice to see you. How are you doing? Sam, you're actually ahead of me. That's funny. And that's awesome. Sam, you were a Michigan fan before 2021. How do you make the pain and humiliation go away? I don't know. The 2020 season was pretty bad. Before 2020, I was more of a casual observer, and I wouldn't watch all the games, I gotta confess, because I was, like, pretty into school and video games. I really only got into college football in 2020, if I gotta be honest. But that was a horrific season for Michigan. I would say you can't make it fully go away, but what you can realize is this is, at the end of the day, it is just a game. And with time, you will feel better. But then what's nerve-wracking is what happens when the 2024 season begins again and the possibility that you will once again be disappointed. That's the thing. Someone else said, Brent Chisholm, welcome on. Penn State can just bully ball them and eat clock. Based off the first drive, that's totally true, but we'll see if that remains the case here. All right, Jackson Dart is back, and he gets immediately pressured, but he gets it off quickly, and Ole Miss picks up a first down of 13 yards. That right there was, I think it was Jordan Watkins. All right. Jackson Dart under pressure, deflected beautifully by Penn State's 21. Kevin Winston Jr., the strong safety. Beautiful. 2nd and 10. That was beautiful. Yeah, if you're Ole Miss, you're going to have to get the ball out quickly. You're going to have to pass. You're not going to have a good day running because Penn State, Ole Miss has only ran, 5 plays, and Penn State's gotten pressure and penetration on all of them. I mean, there's an obvious mismatch here. Yeah, again, but they're getting the ball off quickly and testing those corners, and that right there was Trey Harris, who's projected to be a 3rd or 4th round pick at wide receiver. And Ole Miss is using tempo. 1st and 10 at their own 48. All right, Penn State doesn't bring as much pressure this time, and there's a wide open receiver down inside the 18. That's Dayton Wade for Ole Miss. So Ole Miss is in the red zone, and that right there was a 34-yard strike down the middle. Ole Miss again using tempo. They get it off. Quick pass deflected. Deflected by Penn State's Cam Miller, who's filling in at corner for Kalen King, who opted out along with Johnny Dixon. See, I did not know that Kalen King and Johnny Dixon are going to be opting out. So we get to see an early preview for 2024 a little bit. Penn State, having 4 opt-outs, really. They try and get a toss play of sorts that was really weirdly designed, but Penn State just blows that up instantly with Kobe King, Abdul Carter, the edges getting in there. That was Quinshawn Judkins tackled for a 6-yard loss, and now it's 3rd and 16. Obvious passing downs, and Penn State jumps off sides. They're going to loft it in the air. And, false start. I thought it was offsides, but apparently it was a false start. That would have been a touchdown. They called it offsides, but so many Penn State players went offsides that they blew the play dead. That saved Penn State there. That would have been a touchdown. So now it's 3rd and 11. Wow. Wow. I mean, last night we saw this with Missouri and Ohio State, but that's because the Ohio State or Missouri, I think it was the Missouri defender, was just in the face. He was just in the face of the Ohio State quarterback, so they had to blow it dead. But this play, they weren't in the face. And Lane Kiffin is mad because that really took a touchdown off the board. Now Ole Miss is going to have to try and settle for a field goal. 4th and 11 from the Penn State 19. Wow. Well, here we are. Fourth and 11. Ole Miss tries a field goal, and they do get it. So it's tied 3-3 with 7 minutes, 16 seconds left in the first quarter. This is going to be a more entertaining game than last night's Cotton Bowl. That's for sure. All right. We're going to take a little ad break here. Remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel. We will be right back, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be an awesome day of college football, and this specifically is going to be an awesome live stream because of you, the viewer. We'll be right back. And we are back. We are back. We are back. Okay, let's check the chat. Already higher scoring first half than last night. Absolutely. Brent Chisholm, if Penn State stays in cover 2, it's going to be a long day coming from an LSU fan. Well, what Ole Miss has to do is test those corners all day, and they have to get the ball out quickly because Penn State is pressuring on basically every play. Po boy. It's still the first quarter, and already the officiating is trash. You can't find a football game anymore that the officials aren't dictating situations in the game. It's aggravating. That was bad. They should have let that play out, and it should be 7-3 Ole Miss right now. But bad officiating occurs in more games than we would like to believe. So, look, I think that you just have to really, both teams have been able to create plays offensively. This could be a shootout, but Penn State's defense is good enough to where I don't think they're going to allow too many points, and Penn State's offense is questionable enough. Oh, I don't know why Nicholas Singleton brought that out. He got tackled at his own 12-yard line by Ole Miss there. That was a good special teams play by Ole Miss, and they're all fired up now. And that is because for Ole Miss, number 8 on special teams, trying to find, Monty Montgomery lost his helmet. Redshirt senior at middle linebacker playing on special teams. So Penn State is 1st and 10 from their own 12. Not good field position, but the way they drove down the field. Why did they take another commercial break? That's ridiculous. The commercials aggravate me personally more than the any bad officiating. That hit shook my house. Yeah, that was a big hit right there. No questions. No questions about that. Let's see what Penn State can do. Because right now, the Nittany Lions are averaging 12.4 yards per carry. They have 5 carries for 62 yards. Let's see if Ole Miss's defense makes any adjustments. I don't know why they took an ad break after that hit. That was like, what are you doing? Tracy McCormick, dude, I love how you say we'll be right back and just leave the chair. That's gold. Appreciate you, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate you as well, Tracy McCormick. See a lot of SEC fans in here. That_D.K. Roll Tide. Well, let's hope that the Rose Bowl's a good game. Personally, as a Michigan fan, my thought process is go blue. But that's just me. Sam, I watched the Columbus Crew soccer team a few weeks ago, and there were only 4 commercial breaks in the entire game. Wow. That seems like a foreign concept, honestly, for only 4 commercial breaks in the entire matchup. That's genuinely nuts, is all I gotta say. All right, and we're back. Back with the Peach Bowl. All right, Aller is back there with Katron Allen. And they're going to hand it off to him. And Penn State's O-line is just getting a massive push They pushed Ole Miss's D line like a full 3 yards. It's crazy. It's absolutely, it's nuts. The push that they are getting on both sides of the football. Oh, we got a super chat. Stefan Schwartz is probably what it is. Thank you for the $2 super chat. Let's go PSU. He says, indeed, let's go Nittany Lions. Go Penn State. Right now, Penn State 2nd and 4 at their own 17-yard line. They keep Katron Allen in, which I think is a wise decision. Aller's going to snap the ball. They're again going to hand it off to Katron Allen, but he's tackled for a loss of about a half a yard. Ole Miss's defense that time brought extra men. They got penetration, and now Penn State has a decision to make on 3rd and 4. Do you test the run again? Maybe bring in Singleton, the shiftier running back? Or probably what you do is pass here. Maybe a quarterback draw, though. We'll just have to see. 3rd and 4, critical conversion spot. You do not want to punt this ball away and give Ole Miss good field position. Passing is not the strong suit of Penn State, though. And this is really a 3rd and 5, not a 3rd and 4. Aller avoids pressure, tucks it, runs, and picks up the first down with his legs out past the 25. That's a good gain. Gain of 12. So, oh wow. It's crazy. Good play by Drew Aller. Just over 5 minutes left in this game. Aller play action, dumps it off, tried to go to Tyler Warren, but was deflected at the line, incomplete, 2nd and 10 at the Penn State 28. You know, Aller this season has struggled, to say the least. They've struggled, and Aller has struggled passing the ball this year. I mean, he's 1 of 5 for 12 yards right now. Penn State with, I think, 2 tight ends and a running back with Aller. And they're going to give it on a run to Singleton, and he only gains about a yard. So Ole Miss doing a better job stopping the run now, but it's going to be 3rd and long. This is an obvious passing down for Penn State. Let's see if they can convert another 3rd down. Drew Aller, decently protected, but throws it out of bounds. He's looking for Amari Evans, number 5, so Penn State will have to punt it away. Back to an Ole Miss offense that was finding some success on the outside against Penn State's corners. Aller now 1 of 6 for 12 yards through the air. They're probably going to have to get a passing game going of some kind if they want to win here. Apologies, my eye is really itching me. I don't know why. Oh, that's a hold. But a nice open field tackle. That was beautiful. Number 48 for Penn State, Tyler Dzinski, the long snapper, tackled. And Ole Miss will start, I think, at their own 23, 22-yard line. All right. So, not a good series by Penn State there. That's for certain. Hey, Kolb. How are you doing? I did have to pick this game. These teams are pretty equal. Yeah, Ole Miss is the better offense. Penn State is the better defense and special teams. Drew Aller will not throw this one deep. It's going to be a dump pass. Ohio State embarrassed the Big Ten last night. Yes, indeed. Indeed they did. I'm getting your call before the play is shown on cable. That's interesting. Like, I'm actually ahead for the first time in any of these streams. That's crazy. Don't know why that is, but it is what it is at this point. So Penn State's only averaging now 8.9 yards per carry. They have 9 carries for 80 yards. It's still pretty good, but it's just important for them to find rhythm on their next drive. How many points do you all think that Georgia is? Okay, we're back. We're back. Can everyone hear me? Yeah, let me know if you all can hear me. I went dead due to a stupid connection issue. Okay, good. People see that I'm back. Oh, all right. Sorry, everyone, about that. I saw that Ole Miss just scored a touchdown to Caden Prescorn, but we're back here, and that's all that matters. Alrighty. Okay. Well, we're back. I'm sorry about that, everyone. That was... Gotta be honest, that was pretty annoying. But it is what it is. Alright, Penn State, 1st and 15. They're going to try and get probably one play off. Yup, before the quarter ends, they do. Aller is pressured, tries to escape, tips it, and it's caught by Tyler Warren, and Warren is gone. Warren on the move. He's not going to get to the end zone, but he is down at the 5 of Ole Miss. That was a pass that was tipped at the line of scrimmage, but wow, that was just beautiful. 1st and goal when we come back after the end of the first quarter is what that's going to be. That was a beautiful play. And there is unfortunately an Ole Miss player who is down and injured. Prayers up to him. Wow. That's crazy. That right there for Penn State was Tyler Warren for you. And the Nittany Lions are in prime position to tie this back up with Ole Miss when we come back. Hello, Sally Brown. How are you? I'm picking Michigan over Alabama, 31-20, just to answer your question. And thank you for subscribing. BK, what happened, Sam? LOL. The connection went out. That's what happened. The Wi-Fi just died. But that is what it is. That was a big play for Penn State. Much needed as well. They're probably going to punch it in when we, get back to the second quarter. The start of the second quarter. Pretty incredible. That_D.K. Thank God you're back, Sam. Yeah, I'm happy that the connection didn't just completely die and I wouldn't be able to, stream this. SFS inverted. Sam, thoughts on the FSU game? My pick is Georgia 30, FSU 10 in that matchup. I think that Florida State will try and play well, but it just will not even be close enough for Georgia. Cool Ognati. Nice to see you here. He's a known SEC fan who follows this channel and subscribes, and I give props to him for that. Lucky as hell. Indeed that was, because it was tipped by an Ole Miss defender, and Warren still caught it and ran for practically a 70-65 yard play, which is incredible. That was probably Penn State's most explosive pass play of the year, outside of Drew Aller's, I think, 75-yard pass to Keandre Lambert-Smith to start the season against West Virginia. All right, Penn State first and goal. We're back here now. Aller with Singleton in the backfield. And they hand it off, and Singleton is stuffed at the line of scrimmage, maybe tackled for a loss of 1. It'll be second and goal from the 5 or from the 6. Alrighty. Come on, Penn State. Penn State's offense in the red zone is efficient at scoring field goals and touchdowns, but when you take out the field goals, it gets a little difficult. Aller is going to pass. Aller is pressured. Aller has to throw it away. So it'll be third and goal from the 6. If Ole Miss can force Penn State into taking these field goals, that's how they will win this game. Ukwu for Ole Miss was the one applying pressure. He came from James Madison last season. Really good defensive end. Has a few sacks this season. And Aller's on the sidelines. They're bringing in Pribula, and they have Singleton lined up as a receiver. I expect a run here. And Pribula gets down to the 2 or the 1. I wonder if Penn State will go for it here on this 4th and goal. I think that's what Franklin was thinking of. 4th and goal from the 2. I expect Penn State to go for it. Reminder, Ole Miss 10, Penn State 3 is the score of this game right now. And yep, they're keeping the offense on the field. They're bringing Drew Aller on. Tight formation. I expect a power run here. Nope, play action. And touchdown Penn State. That was a beautiful play call. That touchdown was to number 84, who's not even listed on the... No, Theo Johnson. So Theo Johnson's playing. I thought he opted out of this game. But no, it's to Theo Johnson, 84. For a minute I was confused because I thought he opted out. But no, he's playing. And his presence is known. 75-yard drive, 6 plays, 2 minutes. Penn State ties up this game. Good play call. Beautifully executed. Alex Felkin's on for the kick. And it's good. Almost hooked left, but it's good. So 10-10. 13 minutes, 34 seconds left in the second quarter. I'm excited to see what happens. That was a beautiful play. Thank you for letting me know that the score banner at the top is outdated. I just refreshed it, so it should be good now, and it is. Thank you, everyone. Alrighty. Well, it's tied 10-10. This game is exciting, for one. Penn State has a 4-minute possession advantage. That's something to keep in mind. Ole Miss loves tempo. Penn State likes to slow the game down. And I bet you that means Ole Miss is going to be on the field longer, and that could come back to bite this Ole Miss defense. If they can't keep Penn State out of the end zone. It's dumb to run the Wildcat near the goal line. The team is just telling the defense they are going to run. Essentially, yes. That's exactly what you're doing. Sam, why is your background a baseball stadium, not a football stadium? I have no clue. None. In fact, most football stadium backgrounds that I found just weren't. Well, let me try something here. This might look a little messy, but I'm going to show this might. Let me see. This is like live editing here. Do y'all like this better? This is like a more football stadium look. CT, I'm out in the middle of nowhere. Thank you for the stream. You're welcome, CT. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And I'm going to set a goal for us at one point to get, I'm going to say, 800 concurrent viewers. I want us to get 30,000 views overall and 200 likes for this video. And Penn State tries to return this ball, but they only get it out to their, or Ole Miss only gets it out to their 20, rather. So Jackson Dart will have the ball from his own 20, 1st and 10. He's back there with Quinshon Judkins. Caden Prieskorn has Ole Miss's singular touchdown, a 6-yard pass. Trey Harris leads the team in receptions with 3. He has 48 receiving yards. Let's see what Ole Miss's offense can do here. Penn State immediately just gets penetration. They hold Quinshon Judkins to only a 1-yard carry. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Dart so far is having success passing, but Judkins is 4 carries for 3 yards. That's really the difference here, is Ole Miss being able to pass the football. They have a screen pass, gets about 4 yards. It'll be 3rd and 4 from their own 26. Let's see if Penn State can get off the field here, which would be really good, and give the ball back to an offense that is just taking their sweet time. Looks like there's an injured player for Penn State, Kobe King, which is just brother of Kalen King. Hopefully he's okay. Wow. Hopefully he's okay. We hate to see injuries here. Lane Kiffin talking with the reporters. I do think, and I said this in my preview and prediction video, I do think that Lane Kiffin and Franklin are similar head coaches. Like they're in the category of good, maybe for Franklin great, but they are not near elite or elite. They just aren't. 3rd and 4. Lane Kiffin and his offense dialing up a play. Penn State looks like they're going to bring pressure yet again. They do. They bring 5 men. And, wow, beautiful pass. And that was to Trey Harris, number 9, out to the Ole Miss 35. And do not tell me that our connection is about to go bad again. Doesn't look like it is, actually. It's just the TV right now. TV's doing something funky. Come on. Yep, and another pass to Trey Harris for 24 yards to the Penn State 40. So Ole Miss driving down the field. They're testing those corners. They're averaging nearly 10 yards per pass attempt right now. And Dart is 9 of 16. And Quinshon Judkins runs for 11 yards. And he runs for 3 yards. So 2nd and 7 from the Penn State 26. I'm trying my hardest, guys, to... Yeah, it... All right. Let's see what's going on here. I'm so sorry, guys, for, like, all the buffering and stuff. 3rd and 4. Penn State or Ole Miss is in position to either get in the red zone. Up, false start on Ole Miss. It'll be 3rd and 9. Yep. SFS inverted. I hate that almost all postseason games are taken by ESPN. ESPN is one of the hardest ways to watch. That might be a reason for all of this buffering, is that all the games are on one network. But they're not playing at the same time, so I don't know why that would affect things. But I don't know if I'm onto something or if I'm wrong here. 3rd and 9. At the Penn State 28. Dart fires a little behind Quinshon Judkins, incomplete. It's 4th and 9. And they're going to have to kick a field goal. They're going to bring on Caden Davis to kick it on 4th and 9. And it's good. So 13-10 Ole Miss with 10 minutes and 33 seconds left in the second quarter. And we're done here. Yeah, the buffering's bad, and I have no clue how to change it. So I apologize for that. I know you're a college fan, Sam, but do you watch any NFL in your spare time? I occasionally watch the Detroit Lions. That's about it. Just occasionally watch the Lions because they're the hometown team. I am from Michigan, by the way, for everyone wondering. I said I'm a Michigan fan earlier, but I am also from the state of Michigan, and I attend the University of Michigan, so I have multiple reasons to be a Michigan fan, despite the fact that my parents are Michigan State fans. But the Lions, they're 11. Oh, they're playing the Cowboys today. 8:15. They're 11-4. They've already clinched the division title, which means they are gonna go to the playoffs, and if they win out, they're probably getting the 1 seed. I'm in good old Dayton, Ohio. That's pretty cool. BK, how's Aiden doing on Detroit? Aiden Hutchinson's a good player for Detroit, but that's really all I know because I don't follow the NFL that closely to where I'm like updated on stats and everything. He has 6.5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, and an interception this season. That's what he has. He's doing well. Is he this elite, awesome player from my understanding? No, but he's pretty good. And he's having success in the NFL. Cordy, how about them Cowboys? The Cowboys. I don't like the Cowboys. That's one NFL team that I can always cheer against is the Cowboys. Glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear it too. Brent Chisholm, is J.J. McCarthy healthy? Well, with a month to prepare, if he's playing, I'd expect him to be healthier than he was. I think he'll be as healthy as he's been for the Rose Bowl since the game against Penn State. And he was a little banged up against Penn State from what I heard. So probably the healthiest since Purdue. All right. So Penn State 1st and 10 from their own 25. Can they get a touchdown, take the lead? Aller is back there with Katron Allen. Penn State has 4 receivers out there. And they are going to run it with Katron Allen, and Katron Allen finds a hole, gain of 6 on the ground. It'll be 2nd and 4. Penn State's offensive line is still winning that battle at the line of scrimmage. But can they get Aller going, comfortable? Because if they can, it's going to be hard to stop this Penn State offense. James Franklin, Jajon Sider, and Tyler Bowen, I think, are collaborating on play calling. 10 minutes left in the game. Penn State's averaging 7.2 yards per carry. They motion out Theo Johnson to the right of Aller. They have some extra protection with the tight end. Aller is just going to use the safety valve to Katron Allen, but he overthrew his man. Incomplete 3rd and 4. He should have taken that up the middle and ran it. Because now he's 3 of 10 for 89 yards and a touchdown, which is a toxic stat line. But it just shows that outside of that big play, Aller hasn't done much. And that was more Tyler Warren than it was Drew Aller. So 3rd and 4, Penn State in danger of having to punt the ball back to an Ole Miss team that on their past 3 drives has gotten into the red zone. This is not, without Kalen King and Johnny Dixon, without Chop Robinson, this is not the same Penn State defense. It's still I'd say great defense, near elite defense. I don't think it's the same elite unit, especially without Manny Diaz calling the plays. Aller over the middle, and it is caught. Beautiful there. Caught by Khalil Dinkins, redshirt sophomore backup tight end, behind Theo Johnson and Tyler Warren. And Penn State picks up a 1st down. Yeah, Dinkins had a size advantage. He had distance. You just had to throw the ball correctly, and that was going to be caught for a 1st down. 1st and 10 for Penn State. At their own 43. Penn State going tight now. Play action. Aller going to heave it deep, and it's going to be picked off. He threw his 2nd interception of the season. I don't know why he just flung that up there. Ole Miss gets the ball back. That was essentially a punt, is really what that was. Ole Miss is going to get the ball at their own 12. That was not good. Yeah, he flung it up there. Let me see. And, yeah, Ole Miss is going to have the ball at their own 17. That was a bad play. Bad play. Aller is now 4 of 12 for 101 yards, a touchdown, and a pick, which is gross. A CT, you're a Razorback alumni rooting for Ole Miss. I'm not a Michigan alumni yet, but I intend to graduate from Michigan. I'm rooting for Penn State. BK, is the new Penn State OC on the sideline? I do not know. I know that he's not calling the plays. So if he's on the sideline, he's just getting familiar with the players. I went to Michigan last summer wearing all my Ohio State stuff. I have never been stared at more than that. Yeah, you will definitely get stares for wearing Ohio State stuff. For sure. You will get that. I thought about going to Ohio State, but you're not college material. But I'm not college material. Are you going to go trades, community college, or just work and take a few years off? Who was Aller throwing to there? I don't know. I think he was throwing to Harrison Wallace. I think it was number 6 on the deep route. But Dijon Anthony intercepted it. And now Ole Miss has the ball at their own 15. Which, I mean, it's just... You look at the win probability chart, this game's going in the favor of Ole Miss right now. Penn State's just keeping in striking distance. The Nittany Lions have a 2-minute possession advantage. 195 yards, 1 turnover, 6 first downs. Ole Miss has 182 yards, 9 first downs. Ole Miss has been the more sustainable team right now. Both teams are 1 of 1 on 4th down. Ole Miss is 2 of 6 on 3rd down. Penn State is 3 of 6. The real difference is Ole Miss is only averaging 1.9 yards per rush. Penn State's averaging 7.2 yards per rush. But Jackson Dart at least is completing 10 out of 18 on his pass attempts. Aller's only 4 of 12. So I think this game right now is looking, after that turnover, a little bit like Oklahoma, Arizona. And if you're Penn State, you want to have the trench dominance that Oklahoma had, but you don't want to have the turnovers. You don't want to have the inconsistency in the passing offense. And they have the dunk. They have the basketball net for turnovers. That's pretty cool. Cool way to celebrate. All right. Ole Miss, 1st and 10 from their own 17. This Penn State defense is going to have to bail out their offense after that mistake. Dart receiving some pressure, throws, and nice one-handed catch by Caden Prescorn. That was a beautiful one-handed catch. Little overthrown, but Prescorn was able to haul it in. 1st and 10 at their own 37. That's a gain of 20. And Penn State making some substitutions, taking their time. Let's see what Penn State's defense is able to do here. I mean, these corners are really being tested in this Peach Bowl matchup. And they're going to run it with Bentley. And he gets a gain of 9. Ulysses Bentley, the 4th, does. Gain of 9. Ugh. All right, 2nd and 1 at their own 46. Bentley motions out as a receiver, and Jackson Dart, quarterback draw, gets the 1st down on a gain of 3 out to his own 49. It's beautiful. All right. And Bentley again. He's a powerful, good runner, finding the holes, being patient. And as a backup, you love to see him come in and have success. He's really more of a rotational guy, but obviously Judkins is number one. Dart is going to test those receivers, and oh my gosh, that's caught by Dayton Wade inside the Penn State 15. But there is a flag, and the holding on Ole Miss, so this play's coming back. And thank you, CT. Great play-by-play. Thank you for that comment. I appreciate the encouragement. 2nd and 11 now, instead of 2nd and 1. At their own 48. Ole Miss, they're going to try and pass, and it's caught by Prescorn for only about a gain of 3 or 4, so it'll be 3rd and 8. And false start. The Penn State front 7 players are like pointing. They're like, call it. So now Ole Miss is going to be backed up into a 3rd and 12, 3rd and 13 situation. It's going to be difficult. Penn State sends some stunts, brings some pressure. It's got by Prescorn again. It's going to be 4th and 3 in Penn State territory. I expect Lane Kiffin to go for it here. Keep the offense on the field. They're already 1 of 1 on 4th down. Lane Kiffin likes to be aggressive. I know that Franklin would go for it here in the same situation as well. Both of these coaches love to be aggressive on offense and go for it on 4th down. But Penn State looks like they're going to send all-out pressure, trust their corners, and Judkins picks up a 1st down. That was a nice little speed option there. 1st down for Ole Miss, and they're keeping this Penn State defense on the field now with the time of possession advantage. And looks like there's a Penn State player who's injured. Number 11, Abdul Carter. Wow. That is really unfortunate. Yeah, he's their best linebacker. Having him out will hurt. Wow. Oh, Penn State receives the ball. Start of the second half. All right, I'm going to insert an ad break, and I'll be back in a few minutes. See you soon. Well, I missed that, but I'm starving, so I ate. That was a and did he make that? He almost whiffed the extra point. But 20-10, Ole Miss is now up significantly. And that is wow. I mean, the Big Ten looks bad, honestly. They do look bad. Wide open, burned the young corners. If you're Penn State, you have to respond before the half. Wow. Ole Miss coming out and playing with, honestly playing with fire. Playing very well. And they kick off. Penn State lets it bounce out of the back of the end zone. Let's see what they come out with. That turnover was killer. I don't know why you threw that. Aller just heaved it deep. I'm hoping that Penn State wins this, but if Penn State loses, all that matters to me is that Michigan beats Alabama. And I know that the perception after the Cotton Bowl, and probably during this game right now, is that Alabama's going to destroy Michigan. And more buffering. Wonderful. Wonderful. Don't understand what's going on here. Oh, wow. That's just not good whatsoever. But I'm rejoining. Ole Miss is now given a 66.7% chance to win this game. It's just big plays for the Rebels. They've gotten big plays. They have double the first downs that Penn State does. They have 85 more yards. And they lead in TOP right now. 2nd and 9 for Penn State. At their own 26. You can't only run the football and have success. You have to be able to pass, and Aller has struggled with that. Aller is going to drop back to pass. It is going to be a screen that's picked up by Theo Johnson, and Theo Johnson has the first down with a gain of 14 out to the Penn State 35, or 40. Yeah, 40, not 35, 40. And Theo Johnson comes off the field after that. What Penn State will probably try and do is chew the rest of this clock, score a touchdown or a field goal, and go into half only down by 7, or preferably down by 3 as they get the ball to start the second half. And Pribula is going to run this and pick up a first down with a gain of 13 out to the Ole Miss 47. Nice read there. And Pribula is staying in the game. So we'll see if he runs, if he passes, what he does. But he's staying in. Motion out Liam Clifford, I believe. Pribula's going to want to pass. And he has Nicholas Singleton, and Singleton is off to the races, and Singleton's going to score a touchdown. 48-yard touchdown pass from Bo Pribula on a nice improvised play. He was facing pressure during that pass, and Singleton records a 48-yard touchdown reception showing off his speed. I wonder if they gave Maybe a little too much time, though, for Ole Miss, as the Rebels have been able to march down the field and score using their passing game. They're averaging over 10 yards per pass attempt right now. But Penn State, they score. That counts for something. Falcons on for the extra point, and it's good. 20-17 with 2 minutes 45 seconds left. This game is so much more entertaining. So much more entertaining than the Cotton Bowl by a mile. Over-under for this game is 52.5. It's going to hit the over. Guarantee it's going to hit the over. We're already at 37 points, and we're probably going to have more points from either Ole Miss or maybe Penn State if they can get a quick stop before the half. Hey, everyone, I have a question for you all. What would you think about a college football with Sam Discord? Yeah, the Rebels do have a really good 2-minute offense since Brent Chisholm. They can score quickly, especially with how they've been having their way with these corners. Wouldn't be shocked if they score almost instantly. People say, I love it, I'm down for it. This is Crier Soul and Wolver Geek. I join any day. SFS Inverted says I would love it. BK says I avoid Discord like the plague. Haha. Well, I would make sure it's a pretty good Discord. I would check it every so often. I wouldn't be active all day just because content production would be more important. I don't know why. Well, they ran it there. Judkins did for only about a gain of 4. Oh, that was almost picked off, but that was a nice play to Dayton Wade. Number 36 for Penn State just didn't have the Zariah Fisher didn't have the jump and the angle to pick that off. But Dayton Wade hauls that in. That's out to the Ole Miss 37. They're driving. Gain of 7 yards. Just over 2 minutes left. Judkins only about a gain of 1 on the ground, so 2nd and 9. The Rebels are having more success running now, but they're still struggling. They're only averaging 3.1 yards per carry. And they have more carries than Penn State in literally half the yards. Penn State's going to bring a blitz. Jackson Dart is going to have to get out, and he's going to be tackled for a 1 or 2 yard loss out of bounds. So it'll stop the clock, gives Penn State almost a free timeout. And it's 1:40 left. If you're Penn State, you really want to dial something up here and get yourselves back on the field and see if you can tie this game or take the lead entering half. I know that Penn State has had some pretty fluky plays, but this Ole Miss defense is just above average or average. I mean, you can consistently have busted plays against Ole Miss. You can. Their defense is purely about disruption and chaos. It's not about anything really consistent. Only a 3 or 4 man pressure, and Trey Harris comes down with it. With a catch. Picks up a first down. Ole Miss is just burning these Penn State corners. But Trey Harris seems a little banged up after that. Wow. Penn State is just insisting to put Cam Miller and Zion Tracy one-on-one with Trey Harris, Dayton Wade, and Jordan Watkins. It's a big mismatch. Something's got to change there. You have to don't go one-on-one. You have to give them some help. some safety help. You have to. I mean, this is not a functional strategy right now. Just isn't. Hopefully Harris is okay. It looks like he just got the wind knocked out of him, thankfully. It looked like he twisted his ankle a little bit and then got landed on awkwardly. That's what it looked like. So an announcer is saying he doesn't know if that was necessarily a catch by Trey Harris, which I think is interesting to say the least. Because I think it was a catch. His ankle is hurt. Hopefully he gets healthy and is back on the field as soon as possible. Incomplete pass. They rule it incomplete. Wow. That is a critical call. And that changes things because now Ole Miss will have to punt the ball away. And that means Penn State has a chance to score here. They have a chance to tie it up or take the lead entering the half, and they could double dip. Very critical that the Nittany Lions drive down and at least get a field goal. And Dart's pouring sweat, but he's doing everything. 23 pass attempts in one half, 224 passing yards, 2 passing touchdowns, and he does have 4 carries on the ground, and he has gotten pressured and sacked a few times. I mean, he is carrying a hefty workload. All right. Ole Miss will punt it. Low line drive punt, and Penn State will start at their own 16. With 1:27 left, all 3 timeouts. Whatever 2-minute offense Penn State can run, which sometimes feels like you're asking Iowa to run a 2-minute offense, you got to do it here. Oh, Auburn, Maryland. That will be a fun game. I'm hoping Georgia, Florida State can be better than I expect it to, but who knows? The corners opted out, or the coach sat them out? The corners opted out. Johnny Dixon and Kalen King are probably they're going to the NFL, so they're opting out. And King, Fashanu, and Robinson, the 3 players that opted out. And that is Trey Potts, number 23, and he gets a gain of 12 on the ground. And Penn State goes no huddle. Ball is set. Does a nice play to gain some chunk yards. They're going to hand this ball off again, and Potts is going to get decked for about a 1-2 yard loss. I just think Penn State's trying to play it. I don't know if they're trying to play it safe or they're trying to go to their strengths, knowing that their passing game is not a strength. Drew Aller. Pass dropped by Potts. It's 3rd and 11 very quickly, and Ole Miss has all their timeouts. So that's just a very poor series right there, is what that was. I mean, you're very quickly in a 3rd and long, 3rd and 11 type situation. I mean, you're only down 3, but a touchdown or a field goal here would be very good for Penn State. 50 seconds left in the half. Looks like Ole Miss is going to send a blitz. They don't. They only send 3. And Aller is going to be tackled down. Ole Miss is going to call a timeout. 45 seconds left and 2 timeouts. Now Ole Miss is going to have a chance to extend their lead before the half. That was a very poor series. A poverty series, if I may say so myself, against Ole Miss. That was very, very, very poor. It was awful. Awful. It's bad. Whew. Okay, someone's trying to advertise. I'm just gonna I'm gonna hide the user on this channel. He's gone. He's gone. Yeah, the spam bot. Imagine being that annoying. Okay, well, Penn State's going to have to punt this ball away. You're welcome, SFS inverted. The Black Soldier. Ohio State offensive coordinator ideas. There's going to be a video out tomorrow talking about that. Tomorrow's going to be a big content day. There will be a video talking about that tomorrow. Maybe Monday morning, since, Ohio State fans aren't going to be participating in the college football playoff. But there's going to be Ohio State OC ideas. I'll give you one, or maybe I'll give you two. And Ole Miss runs the ball. Yeah, Ole Miss is content with going into the half. Oh, maybe they aren't. I don't know. They're going to run it again. And Judkins picks up the first down with only 14 seconds left. Okay, so Ohio State offensive coordinator ideas. Nope, Ole Miss is just going to run the clock down. 20-17 at the half. Penn State's regained some momentum. And they receive the kickoff to start the second half. I think Brennan Marion would be a good OC option. I know that Oregon has high salary, and they're going to want to keep Will Stein. But I think Will Stein from Oregon would be another one. Those are the two I'll give you. I have 4 other options. Most of them are currently offensive coordinators. Some would be guys that have taken a year off or so, but they've ran good offenses in the past. And there's even another group of 5 option, who I think would be a really good pickup. So, oh no, apparently they took a timeout. Ole Miss did. And Penn State took a timeout. So never mind, they did not run down the clock. Sam, I'm excited for Nebraska's next season after the Raiola get. Also, Go Blue beat Alabama. Thank you, Michael Valadez. It's nice to see you on here. He's always a very excited Nebraska fan. Love to see him on here. Hail Mary time. Michael, your avatar looks at your text just like mine. I salute you. That is pretty cool. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're about to hit halftime. Penn State's going to send 4 people. Judkins is just going to try and run. And he gets inside Penn State territory with 2 seconds left. So now Ole Miss is in the range of a Hail Mary. Or in the range of a Hail Mary. And we are getting viewership on these lives. It's crazy. Nuts, in fact. After this, after this is over, this first half, I'm going to go, and for halftime, I'll probably be gone for like a minute or two, just to eat some more food, drink some water, and then I'll be back, and we'll talk about Penn State's 2024 season, and I'll answer any questions that you have in the chat. It'll be great. Go blue with a puke and sick face. There, I said it. Well, I appreciate you, SFS Inverted, for saying that. Go blue indeed. Great stream, Sam. Thank you, CT. It's awesome that you're an Arkansas fan. I'll say that. Like that, it's awesome. I think that JJ needs to stay. He's improved a lot, but still needs improvement under pressure, deep ball placement, and throw the ball away when in trouble. Yeah, I don't think he's an NFL QB yet. I think he'd be drafted maybe first round if Michigan does well in the playoff and he's a part of it. Maybe second or third round, more likely. Wow. All right. 20-17 at the half. Penn State will receive the second half kickoff. I think that JJ needs to stay another year, and I think that he will, unless he has a good game against Alabama and a good national title game, at which point that'll boost his stock extensively, since both of those defenses are good in different ways. Texas is just insane in run defense and good at getting pressure, and Alabama's just overall is very good. NFL players everywhere. I do think he needs to stay, Juju. I agree with you. Long-time video watcher, first-time live viewer here with a laughing face. Well, Brandon Welsh, thank you for coming on the channel. Alrighty. I'll get to your comments when I come back because there are some pretty good ones. But remember, if you haven't already, like the video, the stream, subscribe to the channel, and if you want to support the channel, you can donate via Super Chat or you can go on Patreon and sign up to be a paid member. I appreciate you all very much. This has been another great stream, and let's make it even better. I'll be back in about a few minutes, 5 minutes at most. See you soon. Alrighty. One more thing before we resume this. I'm cold, so I might quickly put on a sweatshirt, but there's not only college football with Sam merch here, where you can get a comfortable t-shirt. They're very comfortable, and you advertise the channel. You can even get a custom mug if you want. You just have to go on my merchandise store, which I'm trying to pull up the link to that right now. It's cfbwithsam.threadless.com, but I'll try and put that in the chat that I have here. Okay. All right. Just a minute, guys, because I want to... All right. Yeah, if you want to get any type of merch, there it is. Took me a while to publish it, but there you have it. My merchandise store. You can click on that link. You can get a shirt with your Big Ten teams, soon to have Oregon, Washington, USC, and UCLA merchandise there. You get a standard white or black t-shirt or sweater, any of that. And you can also get the mug if you want, and some other things there as well. Thank you so much for an awesome stream. I'm just going to probably put back on a sweater and then we can talk. So, what questions do you all have? In here. JJ needs to go to the NFL so he can stop destroying my hopes and dreams, respectively. This is something that I think is funny. JJ McCarthy is undefeated against Penn State and Ohio State as a player. Like, not as a starter. I mean, as a starter, he is. But as a player, like being on the roster, he also is. The only Big Ten team that JJ McCarthy has lost to as a player is Michigan State with Kenneth Walker and Mel Tucker. JJ McCarthy hasn't lost to a Big Ten team whatsoever as a starter, though. Yep, so Ole Miss 20, Penn State 17 at the half. Currently, Penn State's given a 51.8% chance to win this game, according to ESPN's FPI. And Moose, yes, I do have a merch store. It's probably not advertised enough on my end. But, yeah, you can find it by clicking that link. You can find it by clicking the link that I just pushed in the chat, or just posted in the chat. Sam is the dog. Well, go Dogs in terms of the Washington Huskies. I want them to beat Texas, and I think matchup-wise they beat Texas because Washington is a better version of Oklahoma. That is what Washington is. They're better. They have a better D-line, better linebacker core, similar, maybe slightly inferior secondary, but they're a better Oklahoma on average, and I think that will match up well against a Texas team that unfortunately doesn't have Jonathan Brooks. My score prediction there is 38-34 Washington. 343 Films. Who do you got in the Maryland versus Auburn game? I think I picked Auburn because Talia Tagovailoa is opting out. Yeah, I would go with Auburn in that game. Oh, and by the way, LSU is going to annihilate Wisconsin. Is Jaden Daniels playing in that game, or is he opting out? Because if Garrett Nussmeier is starting instead, I'd still pick LSU to win, but maybe. Oh, yup. Jaden Daniels is skipping the bowl game. I still think LSU will win handily, but let me see what the spread is on that matchup. Yeah, because Monday there's 5 bowl games, and all of them are top 25 games, or at least feature top 25 teams. LSU's favored by only 10. If Daniels was in, if Daniels was in, it'd probably add a whole another touchdown, honestly. SFS inverted. My uncle is a U of M fan, and he got Texas destroying Washington. Like, just wrecking the Huskies. Is that because of the line of scrimmage advantage? Because Texas overall, I think, does have a line of scrimmage advantage. Is Tug going pro? He's. I think he is. I heard a rumor somewhere that he entered the transfer portal. But I think he's going to the draft. But I heard like a rumor somewhere that he entered the portal. He thinks Texas is the better overall team. That I can see that. I think Texas overall has on average plays a better game. I just think Washington is the higher ceiling, and typically in the college football playoff, what you see is the teams with the higher ceiling like come out on top because they have a whole month to prepare. We've seen other games though where like Michigan TCU that doesn't happen. But I think that was a case of Michigan trying to overlook TCU to focus on Georgia. Michael Valadez, thoughts on Alex Orji? He kind of reminds me of Milroe. I do think that Jalen Milroe is a much more polished version of Alex Orji. Like, they're both big, they're both tall. No doubt they have the arm strength. They just struggle with accuracy in the passing game. Milroe is obviously a much better passer. Milroe, if he can be taught to pass the football accurately in the short and intermediate range, then with his arm strength, his deep ball accuracy, and his legs, I could see him being a first or second round pick for sure. Just because, kind of like Lamar Jackson in a way, except I think probably with a better arm, but not the same scrambling ability. Alex Orji, it would probably take a work of a miracle to have him be a competent passer next season. Like, he recruited as a 3-star out of high school, and the reason why he got a scholarship offer was more so because of his potential than his actual, style of play. From what I understand. I love Alex Orji. I hope that he starts next season, but only if he is ready. Let me see what other people are saying. A Parker Rost, score prediction for Michigan versus Alabama. My score prediction is Michigan 31, Alabama 20. That is my score prediction for that game. I think that Michigan will run for over 200 yards, and I think to a certain degree they will be able to do against Alabama what they did against Penn State, but I think have a little more success in the run game and also pass more often, as I just don't think that Alabama's defense is the same as the Penn State defense that Michigan played on November 11th. Sam, do you like Michigan versus Washington or Texas? Because of how bad Texas's secondary is, and the fact that Texas's O-line has been susceptible, especially in terms of pass protection, I do like Michigan against Texas, even though their strength is stopping the run. Against Washington, Michigan would probably have more success running, less success passing, and Washington's offense is just so much better than Texas's. Michigan versus Washington is a matchup that I'm nervous for. But that's just my opinion. Moose says, I think it'll be Michigan versus Texas in the Natty. I can see that. Be a rematch of what? That'd be a rematch of the 2004 Rose Bowl. That's what that would be. Welcome back, Sally Brown. Adeton0022. As a casual fan, I don't see the point of watching these games anymore with the portal and opt-outs. That OSU game last night was awful. Rooting for Michigan. Hashtag GBR. Go Big Red. Go Big Red. Go Big Red. Penn State next season, they hire Andy Kotelnicki as the offensive coordinator. They hired Tom Allen as the defensive coordinator. I think both of those were great hires. In the case of Andy Kotelnicki, I think it was an elite hire. I think he's one of the best OCs in the country. Keandre Lambert-Smith and Harrison Wallace return at wide receiver. Same with Malik McClain, Amari Evans, Caden Saunders, Liam Clifford, and Malik Miga. It's only Dante Cephas who will be departing the program. On the offensive line, Olu Fashanu's obviously gone, but current starters in the Peach Bowl, J.B. Nelson, Drew Shelton, they'll be back. Sal Wormley, Caden Wallace, and Hunter Norzad, they're gone, from what I understand. Maybe they have another year of COVID eligibility, potentially, but I think they're gone. There will be a lot of need for players to step up on the offensive line, like Jevin Williams, Alex Birchmeyer, Jim Neono, Anthony Dunco, Nick Dawkins, and Olave Vega, I think, Ione at left guard, backup. And at tight end, Tyler Warren, he'll be back. Khalil Dinkins, Andrew Rapelia was a 4-star out of high school. And there's an incoming tight end. I forget his name for Penn State, but he is listed as a 5-star, according to 24/7 Sports. He's listed as a 5-star. Really good tight end, number 1 in the country. Penn State has him. Luke Reynolds, listed as the 27th overall player, number 1 tight end from Connecticut. Penn State will have a deep tight end room next year. And you have to think, especially if they return Theo Johnson, because he played in this bowl game, and I think there's a chance he'll return, then that's a deep tight end room. Could be one of the deepest in the country. Aller and Pribula will be back, and Singleton and Allen will be back at running back. On defense, Donnie Dennis Sutton and Zane Durant will be back. Same with Keziah Ezard, Zariah Fisher, Amin Vanover. Adisa Isaac is playing in this game, but he'll be going to the NFL. At linebacker, Abdul Carter and Kobe King will be back. Same with Keon Wiley, Tyler Elsdon, and Dominic DeLuca. Curtis Jacobs could return, but right now he's a projected 1 to 2 round pick, so he could easily leave after the Peach Bowl. And at defensive back, Johnny Dixon and Kalen King will depart. Same with Daquan Hardy, Jalen Reed, and Kevin Winston at safety, along with Zakee Wheatley, and maybe Keaton Ellis will be back. The safety room will be deep. It'll be good. I think it'll reload. Corner, there will be questions there at corner, as with Johnny Dixon and Kalen King leaving, along with Daquan Hardy, who's a noseback but plays more like a corner than a safety. There will be questions there. What do you all think? I think that this team, with what seems to be one of the easier schedules in the Big Ten next year, is primed to win 11, maybe 12 regular season games. I might have to believe it. I might have to see it before I believe it, but I don't know. I really don't know. Sam, what do you think about Alabama versus Georgia next year? Well, it's at Alabama, and Saban has proven time and time again that he owns Kirby Smart in coaching, even if Kirby Smart has the better team, better roster. So I'd lean toward Alabama. Let me see. Dallas Turner has a knack for injuring QBs in big games. You had Jaden Daniels. I don't think Michigan will pass a ton. And I think if they do, they'll get the ball out quickly. I'd expect to see some screens, and the tight ends will be targeted easily. They'll easily be targeted. And we're back. We're back for the Peach Bowl. This is a different game if PSU's secondary and Chop Robinson doesn't sit out. OSU wrecking havoc on our secondary. Yeah, and you're still in the game. I mean, Ole Miss does not have a competent defense. They only had one player opt out. That was Cedric Johnson, who's good, but Isaac Okuwu and Jared Ivey are also good. That really what that did is it thinned out Ole Miss's depth at defensive line. It didn't really change their starting position, honestly. Just thinned out their depth, which is still critical. But Penn State's playing with young players at secondary, including, I think, a true freshman in Zion Tracy. And Cam Miller's a true sophomore. And they're also without their best pass rusher, or at least their pass rusher with their highest upside in Chop Robinson. It hurts. And on the offensive line, they're without Olu Fashanu, which also hurts. But regardless, they're hanging in there, and they get the ball to start the second half. They can drive down, and they can make it 24-20, and maybe start to control this game a little bit. Touchdown, Maryland. Oh, no. Oh. Well, I hope Maryland wins. I'm cheering for the Big Ten. I just picked Auburn out of thinking that without Talia Tagovailoa, something would happen. Let me check out this game. Yeah, keep me updated on the Auburn-Maryland game. Oh, Billy Edwards Jr. had a 61-yard touchdown pass. That's nuts, to Roman Hemby, out of all people. Wow. Good for them. Let Mike Loxley get another 8-5 season, honestly. Like, go Big Ten here. We want the Big Ten to look good. It starts with Penn State winning this game and Maryland closing out against Auburn, is what that starts with. That's what that starts with. All right. But Ole Miss is going to kick it off here to start off the second half. The Peach Bowl is full. That's what I like about these New Year's Six games, is at least people still care to a certain degree. We almost have 20,000 viewers in total in this game. Oh yeah, Billy Edwards Jr., as that _D.K says, he is cold. He's big. I mean, he QB snuck for 3 touchdowns on Michigan. He's big, physical. He played well last season when Talia Tagovailoa was injured at times. He filled in well. He'll be good next season. Billy Edwards Jr. will be. Yeah, he's cold, as you say. Whenever people say someone is cold, I think of Heath Ledger's Joker, because he had a verse in, I think it was The Dark Knight. I think was the name of the movie. Maybe The Dark Knight Rises. I don't know. Where he says the word cold in reference to someone like, cheating out his partner in like crime, and it was really funny. But Katron Allen rushes for 4, so Penn State 2nd and 6 at their own 29. Am I behind? Am I ahead? Or am I just caught up? Let me know. Clown. Yeah, Joker. That Heath Ledger's Joker was the best Joker. No one could have done that better. Okay. Run for Katron Allen, gets to the outside, only really picks up about a gain of 1. Really just got back to the line of scrimmage. Not a good play. Go Maryland. Go Terrapins. Fear the turtle. Oh yeah, the women's basketball. Only a slight bit behind, don't worry about it. Okay, sweet. Jackson Dart anxiously wants to get back on the field. Penn State, Drew Aller, Katron Allen, they're back in the backfield. Tyler Warren motions out as a receiver. Aller stands comfortably in the pocket, nearly threw an interception to Ole Miss's number 3. That's Dejon Anthony, who picked him off earlier. And Penn State will have to punt this ball away back to Ole Miss. Wasted an opportunity there. Penn State averaging 6 yards per carry. They have 120 rushing yards. The problem is their passing offense is just completely hit or miss. Like, you could say the fact they've scored 17 points is impressive. Fair caught at the 25. So Ole Miss will come out. Gotta go to driver's ed, God bless, and bye everyone unless Salmon is streaming the Georgia game. I'm not going to stream the Georgia game. I have to make the reaction video to this game, prep for some videos tomorrow, and I also do want to relax a little bit after I was with family for like 3 or 4 days. Pretty drained. But have a good time at driver's ed. It's nice to see that I'm assuming you're like in high school, maybe early college. It's nice to see that there's, some younger people in this audience. That's good. Yeah, number 3, Anthony, is a baller. He is. Ole Miss is coming out, though. They're going to do a play-action fake to Prieskorn, who picks up a first down. That's a gain of 14-15 out to the Ole Miss 39 or 40. Deflected at the line. Jackson Dart got pressured again. Incomplete pass. He's still averaging 10 yards per pass attempt. Him and Trey Harris and Dayton Wade and Prieskorn are killing. They are mauling this Penn State secondary. Prieskorn, by the way, 7 receptions, under 10 yards, 2 touchdowns. All right. 13 minutes, 13 seconds left in the third quarter. This should be an impressive game. And Quinshawn Judkins is going to be tackled for a 1-yard loss. It'll be 3rd and 11. That was a toss play that you could tell from the minute he tossed it, you were not going anywhere unless you broke a few tackles. Penn State read that perfectly. So 3rd and long. You're Penn State. You don't want to put your corners on an island, but that's what Penn State likes to do as a base. So let's see what happens. They're going to put their corners on an island, and another catch. Another 3rd down completion. I don't know what Penn State's doing, putting their corners on an island. Just, wow. It's crazy. And that is, Abdul Carter is not 100%. They should be putting him in coverage. Is what they should be doing. Oh, another catch. 1st and 10 at the Penn State 31. Ole Miss is now driving down the field. Wouldn't be shocked if they punch it in for a touchdown here. And another TFL for Penn State. Ole Miss is not having success running it. Not one bit. They're going to be averaging less than 4 yards per carry. Alrighty. Penn State substitutes some players. The fact that Abdul Carter is out there, it's just risky. I'll tell you that much. Play action, Dart is immediately pressured, and he's going to be sacked. He's brought down. That right there is not Zane Durant. 36. That's Zariah Fisher, the redshirt junior backup defensive end. Great play. Great play. Amin Vanover also helped him on the other side. So Penn State getting some pressure. That's what they're going to have to do, is they're going to have to get pressure, shut down the run, and force them into these third and long situations, which they've been doing. But again, it looks like they're going to bring pressure and rely on their corners on an island, and I just don't like that. Dart to the air, incomplete, out of bounds. There is a flag, though. Nope, no flag. No flag on the play. 4th and 14, Ole Miss will have to punt it away, and Jackson Dart is frustrated, to say the least. Oh no, they're going to try for a field goal. That's going to be a 52-yard field goal. Caden Davis has made a 45-yarder and a 36-yarder. They're going to try from 52. And that's good. Right down the middle. So 23-17, Ole Miss does get some points on their first drive. 10 minutes, 48 seconds left in the third quarter. All right, we're going to take an ad break here, is what we're going to do, and we will be right back. In fact, for those of you who are using YouTube Premium, I'm staying right here. I'm not going to get up this time. Oh, we hit 13,700 subscribers. That's awesome. So Penn State wasted their initial drive, and Auburn is just picking up first downs. They're quickly establishing themselves. Hopefully they score another touchdown. That'd be pretty entertaining to see Maryland just wreck Auburn. The problem with Auburn is they're one-dimensional. That's their problem. They're one-dimensional, run heavy. And we broke 90 likes, only have 10 more likes before we hit 100. That DK Maryland fumble. Oh my gosh. No. Whatever. Thank you for keeping me updated, that_D.K. I really appreciate it. Penn State only touched the end zone off of fluke plays. Yeah, the 4th and 2 conversion and the long Nicholas Singleton pass. It's not looking good for Penn State. I mean, they have to get something out of this next drive. Penn State hasn't... They led only to begin the game, going up 3-0. But ever since then, they've been trailing or they've tied Ole Miss. Pardon my nose being plugged a little bit. Oh, wait, Maryland recovered it. Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate that very much. Penn State 1st and 10 at their own 25. Aller, pass, and nice open field tackle by Ole Miss. It's a loss of 1. Nicholas Singleton Second down and 11 at their own 24. Problem with Penn State is they haven't been able to pull off those dominant runs since that first drive. So their offense has really been stymied. They're going to try and run with Singleton. Singleton gets a gain of 6 or 7. It's going to be 3rd and 4. So that was a good, powerful, high-effort run right there. Is what that was. All right, 3rd and 4 from their 30. Aller back to pass. He's pressured, and it's a screen pass. But Theo Johnson falls before the first down. It's going to be 4th and 1. Penn State should go for it here. And Penn State's going to punt it. Penn State's going to punt. I'm curious as to why that is. Wow. They should have gone for it there. Fair caught inside the 20 at the 18 for Ole Miss. I don't know why you don't go for it on that 4th and 1, but whatever. It is what it is. And another commercial break, because we always have to have commercial breaks. Maryland 1st and 10 at the Auburn 23. Well, that's going on. CT feels like Ole Miss is about to dominate. Yeah, there's a good chance of that. I don't get why PSU struggles on offense with a 5-star QB. It's poor development, poor coordination, bad play calling. And also James Franklin's game management. All those things combined into one. Let's go Turtles. Yes. 1st and goal, Maryland. Awesome. Why in the hell did he not go for it? I don't know. Like, I don't have a clue. I think that was a pretty brain dead move, if I gotta be honest. Pretty bad move there. But yeah, this would be a top 10 win for Lane Kiffin, which is rare. Oh, he dropped the touchdown. So what do you all think of the Big Ten? Do you think a lot of this is because the Big Ten teams have just had more opt-outs than the SEC teams? Do you just think the SEC is infinitely better than the Big Ten and Alabama's going to wreck Michigan? What do you all think? Wow. Well, I might be wrong on this Penn State Ole Miss prediction, but I didn't know that their corners would opt out. That's a pretty big deal. I thought that the corners would play, and that's just not the case. Corners are not going to play. All right. So Penn State, they've not had success in the third quarter. Ole Miss is coming out. 1st and 10 at their own 18. Let's see what Penn State does defensively, what Lane Kiffin dials up on offense. They're going to run it with Judkins. Judkins actually breaks a tackle, gets to the outside, accelerates, and picks up about 15 yards on the ground. I mean, yeah, Abdul Carter's banged up, and 3 of Penn State's best defenders are just out, which really stinks. But here we go. They're going to run it again with Judkins. He finds a hole and gets he picks up another 1st down. So Ole Miss finding a ground game, finding offense, period. They're about to cross 400 total yards of offense in this game, really pouring it on Penn State. They get some pressure, and that is to Prescorn, but he falls down, picks up about a gain of 4 or 5. It's not Prescorn, actually. It's Hudson Wolf, backup tight end. So 2nd and 5. Ole Miss given a 70% chance to win, according to ESPN's FPI. And Maryland scores a touchdown, so they're up 14-0 in the 1st quarter. Really putting Auburn in a hole. They're going to run again, and Judkins gets nothing. So it'll be 3rd and 5. Chance for Penn State to get off the field. They really need it. They cannot afford to fall behind by 2 scores. I don't think they'd bounce back from that. Though earlier they did, and they got back within striking distance, but this Penn State defense is getting tired. 3rd and 5. Just over 20 minutes left in the entire game. I can't wait to get some Chinese food and watch Georgia-Florida State, which will probably be a wrecking ball in favor of Georgia, but you never know. That's the beauty of college football. Penn State looks like they're going to send all-out pressure. And looks like there's going to be a false start on Ole Miss. Nope, timeout by Ole Miss. They're about to suffer a delay of game penalty. Oh, you're like me, CT. Sweet and sour chicken. I don't like it with. I don't always like it with the orange sauce though. I just like the chicken. I'd call it a Chinese chicken nugget, and occasionally I'll use the sauce. That's just me. The stream isn't about OSU, but Devin Brown is in it. I'm sorry. I know he hasn't played much, but how can you prove yourself if you can't stay healthy? If he is going to be the future quarterback, he needs a better O-line. Because, I mean, the way he's gotten injured is just, there's no way. Oh my gosh. That stream from last night keeps getting blocked, and it's annoying. I'm just going to make that private, that stream private. Well, no. I don't want to do that. It's just... Yeah, in the future... In the future, guys, I can't turn up the volume so you all can hear it on my TV, because that'll get my live stream dinged. And that can affect the channel in a negative way. PSU_Mish, these opt-outs are killing Penn State. Indeed. Very accurate description. We'll see, though, 3rd and 5. I mean, Penn State is still able to get pressure, and they're able to limit the run game at times. But Ole Miss is now averaging 3.8 yards per carry, closer to 4, and they're averaging nearly 10 yards per pass attempt. So, there's that. Yeah. Okie dokie. Only 2 more likes before we get to 100, guys. And that would be awesome. All right, 3rd and 5 from their own 48 for Ole Miss. And they're going to toss it, and Judkins is going to pick up the first down that way. 3rd and 5, halfback toss, first down at the Penn State 40. And Auburn's going to have to punt their ball away. Yeah, Ole Miss could come out and really dominate here, because Ole Miss is now averaging over 4 yards per carry, and Penn State's defense looks totally unprepared. Like they're not moving fast. They're gassed. I'd expect Ole Miss to score a touchdown here, make it a 13-point lead. But I could be wrong. Yeah, Penn State might allow over 500 yards in this game. It's just, it's ridiculous. I know a lot of it's because of opt-outs, but still. And Judkins finds a hole, and he picks up a first down. Another one. So Ole Miss is closer, and they're inside the 20. They're in the red zone now. They're really moving this Penn State defense. They're 1st and 10 at the 15. Ole Miss has had 8 first downs this quarter. Penn State's had no first downs whatsoever. It's very concerning if you're the Nittany Lions. Judkins only gets about a gain of 1 or 2. It'll be 2nd and 9, 2nd and 8 at the 13. And we broke 100 likes. Thank you all so much. Abdul Carter comes off the field. Yeah, he's not healthy. He is not healthy. Bring in Curtis Jacobs and the other linebackers. Up off the fingertips there of Wade. Number 5 did not do a good job of defending that. That's Cam Miller. There's just a drop, really. So 3rd and 9. If Penn State can hold Ole Miss to a field goal and then score a touchdown, this game still isn't out of stretch. But if you're Penn State, you want to go on a long drive, really rest your defense. Oh, Maryland is almost 200 yards of offense. It's nuts. Another 3rd down, though, for Ole Miss, and Ole Miss has been very effective at converting 3rd downs all day. They're 4 of 11 on 3rd down, which is pretty effective for Penn State. And wide open touchdown. That all-out blitz did not work. That was Quinshawn Judkins. 30-17, or Ole Miss will probably try and go for 2. Yep, they're going for 2. They want to make it 31-17. That might be the dagger. That is horrible. Wow. Is Maryland seriously going to, like, beat Auburn, like, 63-0? That would be horrible. They're going to go for 2. All right. They're going big. They're going jumbo. Maybe they'll run here. Will they pass? Who knows? Up, Priestcorn easily has it. 31-17, Ole Miss. This Penn State defense looks clueless. The offense is going to have to put together a drive. 31-17. Wow. That is not good. Wow. 31-17, Ole Miss is given basically a 90% chance to win, according to ESPN's FPI, and it's not even the fourth quarter yet. That's crazy. All right. Oh, wow. Oh, just had to stretch there a little bit. Up and Auburn made it. Well, Maryland rather made it 21-0. They're already given a 91% chance to win. Maryland is 8 minutes and 41 seconds of possession compared to Auburn's 2:55. They have 226 total yards compared to Auburn's 13 and 8 first downs. It's just nuts. They're averaging over 10 yards per pass. Maryland on the ground is averaging 7.6 yards per carry. It's just not good, to be frank, for Maryland, and it's not good. Well, not good for Auburn, and not good for Penn State. I am at a loss for words. That's all I will say. Holy cow. Maryland, Northwestern, and Rutgers carrying the Big Ten right now. Yeah, that's pretty pathetic. That's very sad. I was hoping to see like a good Big Ten team. Maybe Iowa can beat Tennessee, but I doubt that. Holy bleep, 21-0. Yeah, Maryland could win this game 56-0 based off of what we've seen right now. Lane is tricky. CT, absolutely. He is very, very tricky. No question about that. All right, Ole Miss kicks this ball off. Let's see what Penn State does offensively. Singleton wanted to return it, but he was encouraged to take a knee in the end zone, and I agree with that decision. Yeah, Ole Miss used tons of motion that play. Wow. All right, Penn State 1st and 10 at their own 25. Aller is in there. I can't tell if that... I think it's Katron Allen, but it could be Singleton. And it is Katron Allen, but he only gets a gain of 1. Ole Miss's defense playing confident. They're now owning the line of scrimmage. Auburn might go for another 3 and out. If that's the case, that would be utterly disastrous, to be frank. Doesn't feel like Penn State's playing to win here. Second and 9. Aller drops back to pass. Incomplete. It was a drop there. I believe that was, Khalil Dinkins, backup tight end. So it's 3rd and 9. Penn State could have another 3 and out. Oh, and Auburn's going to have to punt this ball away again. Peyton Thorne tried to scramble, but couldn't. Penn State's defense does not want to... They don't want to get back on the field. Ole Miss right now has a 3-minute possession advantage. They could turn that into like a 7, 8, 9-minute possession advantage. And Ole Miss is going to bring a blitz. This reminds me of Florida, Michigan in 2018. Aller going to throw. Incomplete. Another punt. Why Franklin didn't go for it on that 4th and 1, we will never know. Yeah, this is a bad game. Very bad game. Well, maybe Alabama will beat Michigan. I don't know. I mean, you have to factor in the opt-outs, but I'm thinking even with these opt-outs, like, you got to do something. Yeah, so 1st and 10 for Ole Miss. Going to be at around their 30. Yeah, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time got Georgia versus Florida State. I'm expecting Georgia to just roll over the Seminoles. Yep, Ole Miss 1st and 10 at their own 27. This defense for Penn State's going to be tired, and they no longer have Abdul Carter. So they're down like four star players. Judkins gets about a gain of 4 or 5. You're going to start to see Ole Miss really work the line of scrimmage here. Likely. There's tempo being established. They do run it again. This time Judkins is tackled for a loss. 3rd and 6. 3rd and 7. Third and 7. Penn State looks to be a little more cautious. They're going to try and send someone out. They do get a stop, finally. Priestcorn tackled about 1 or 2 yards before the first down line. Will Ole Miss punt it away? Are they going to go for it? Looks like the offense is considering staying on the field. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? This is buffering when they're about to go for it. Are you serious? I don't know why it's buffering. It's just annoying. I bet they got it. Yup, they got it. Of course they did. Yeah, that's crazy. Yup. That's got to be demoralizing for Penn State. You get a third down stop, and you can't stop them on fourth down. I think Ole Miss is 3 of 3 on fourth down. Yeah, they're 3 of 3 on fourth down. Incomplete, 2nd and 10. Yeah, Ole Miss is going to win, probably. And if Penn State comes back, then that is just horrible. Sam, will you host the national championship game? Depends. But I'll be discussing that Monday. Ole Miss is nearly triple the first downs that Penn State does. Judkins runs it for a gain of 2. That's going to close out the third quarter. There'll be 15 minutes left in this game. For Penn State, if they want to win, they have to come up with something, but it doesn't feel like they want to win. Judkins is a really good running back. And there's an injured Penn State player. Ouch. Franklin's coming out to see him. Okay, 3rd and 8. Looks like they're walking him off the field. He's okay, and that's good. That for Penn State is number 13. Trying to find his name here. Tony Roas, true freshman. And looks like there was an offsides. Offsides on Penn State. It's going to be 3rd and short now. Downey Dennis Sutton was caught offsides. Third and 3. I expect an Ole Miss run, and I expect them to go for it on 4th down after, even if they don't get it. If they do, then it is what it is. Yeah, they are going to run, but Judkins will be tackled for a 2-3 yard loss, so I don't think they'll go for it. I think they'll punt it away. Players are talking some trash. 31-17 Penn State. You really have one more chance here now that you force that punt. All right, I'm going to take an ad break, and I'll be right back. See you soon. What's your favorite type of candy? I only ask that because I'm having a Hershey bar right now. A little mini Hershey bar. Ole Miss is going to punt from their own 49. Fair caught at their own 11. So Penn State will have to drive 89 yards to make this a game. And in the third quarter, they were shut out and didn't get a single first down. And Auburn went for it in Maryland territory and didn't get it. So it's still 21-0. And Nicholas Singleton picks up a first down with a run of 11. So Penn State finally got some action. Finally picked up a first down, but you're going to need to do more than that. They are going quickly with some tempo. Aller over the middle, caught by Tyler Warren. Gain of 15. First down. More tempo. Run by Singleton, and Singleton tackled at the line of scrimmage maybe for about a half-yard loss. But Penn State's they're going tempo still. They're not chewing any of the clock. And they throw a false start. So it's going to be 2nd and 15 now. Wow. Oh, Matt, freeze-dried Skittles. That sounds really, really good. I don't like peanut butter outside of it's by itself, which is weird. So I'd say no, but it's probably still good. It's just not my favorite. But freeze-dried Skittles from Matt Tripp, that sounds awesome. Aller is going to pass to his tight end. Only gets about a gain of 4, maybe 5, so it'll be 3rd and 10. It's to Liam Clifford. You're not going to... Penn State will probably punt it away here, if I'm being honest. I mean, you got, 2 first downs, but that's not good enough. Aller's 9 of 21 for 138 yards and a touchdown. He's averaging 6.7 yards per pass attempt. An emotion over Liam Clifford. There's some pressure. Oh, wow. That was good. Liam Clifford caught first down, another third down conversion. That was a really good play. See if Penn State can get something going. 1st and 10 at their own 50. There is immediately pressure. Aller is going to fling it deep, and PI. There's going to be pass interference called. Oh, offensive pass interference. Yup, OPI. Amari Evans knew that was likely going to be picked off, so he played defense. That's going to be 1st and... It's going to be 1st and 25 from their own... Wow, that is horrible. And Maryland, with 237 total yards, 9 first downs. They're making this game ugly. Penn State just really... Penn State shot themselves in the foot there. I don't know why. I mean, Aller's thrown 2 deep balls into, triple coverage today. Or double coverage, rather. At least on the first one. Screen pass. Tyler Warren breaks a tackle. Warren is going to get 22 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 3. Where was this Penn State offense where, like, they tried hard? Where was that? I'd expect a run here. I think you have to run, but maybe I'm wrong. Nice dump off pass to Singleton. Singleton gets inside the 30. It's a good gain. And Penn State is using up some clock. Not necessarily a ton of game clock, but because of some of the incompletions, the penalties, they're using like actual clocks. Their defenders are getting rest. And unfortunately, there's an Ole Miss player down and hurt. Hopefully he's okay. Ole Miss is now given a 90.6% chance to win still. Maryland's given a 94.4% chance to win. And another commercial break. So Penn State is driving. They are inside the Ole Miss 30. They're in field goal range, but this isn't the third quarter anymore, and you really need a touchdown here. Penn State has 375 total yards on offense, 14 first downs, 1 turnover. I mean, Penn State offensively is playing a better game. I mean, because Ole Miss is really their third best opponent they've played all season long by a mile. And they're having some offensive success. Like, much more than they had against Michigan, much more than they had against Ohio State. But the problem is the opt-outs on defense combined with Ole Miss's speed at receiver are just killing them. And pardon me for my blowy nose. Hopefully Maryland can get a touchdown and make it 28-0. That would be awesome. And we're cheering for Penn State here. At least I am. I know many of you are cheering for Ole Miss. Oh, we have a bad coach. Oh, you're making fun of the Penn State. We have a bad coach. That's what you're getting at. Yeah, Franklin wasted that whole third quarter. If he'd gone for it on 4th and 1 there, if he had gone for it, you would have gotten the conversion, and Penn State may have gotten at least a field goal or something. Or maybe they punted away, but who knows. This isn't looking good for Michigan. Hope the trend doesn't continue. Well, you do have to remember, Michigan played Penn State and Ohio State teams that had more motivation, that were healthier, and didn't have opt-outs. So we have to consider that. But regardless, the fact that Missouri dominated Ohio State at the end of the fourth quarter, and Ole Miss, if Penn State doesn't get a touchdown here, will do the same, that part's concerning. That was a bad backwards pass. My goodness, what are you doing? That was Pribula, though. That was horrid. That is going to be 2nd and 23. That was a bad pass by Pribula. That was horrible. And he's kicking himself in the foot, and understandably so. I mean, you may have... That was bad. Penn State's out of sync, out of rhythm. But let's see if they can get something going here. They'll probably go for it. In fact, I know for certain they'll go for it. Aller getting pressured. He has number 6. Beautiful open field tackle by number 3. That's Anthony, who's had a pass deflected, a pick, many more. Been a good player. If for Penn State, just get some of that back, because it's 3rd and 17. If you get into like 4th and 8, 4th and 10, it's somewhat doable. Aller's well protected. Threw a bullet over the middle, but Keandre Lambert-Smith was hit hard. No good. 4th and 17. Are they going to punt, or are they going to bring Falcons out for a field goal attempt? They're going to bring out Falcons for a field goal attempt. That was just that trick play. I don't know why Penn State's using trick plays here. It's like your trick plays have not worked all game. Yeah, this is basically game over unless Penn State can get another stop. And it's blocked. Field goal's blocked. That's game. That's game right there. Field goal got blocked. Wow. Wow. My favorite NFL team is the Detroit Lions, Sally Brown. Wow. That was a horrible drive. You would have been better off punting that. Which sounds nuts, but it's the truth. Or you would have been better off going for it. Wow. That's an atrocity. Aller looked good on that drive, though. Maybe they should try and cut him loose some more. If they can force it, if they can force an Ole Miss 3 and out, they're still somewhat in this game. But I don't think they can. I mean, Jackson Dart has over 300 passing yards. It's crazy. James Franklin's called a very conservative game here. It's just nuts. Yep, Ole Miss is given now a 98% chance to win, their highest of the whole matchup. I mean, that was just awful. All right, Ole Miss, 1st and 10 at their own 35. And they're going to run it with Judkins. Judkins gets a gain of 1. So it'll be 2nd and 9 from their own 36. Yeah, Penn State this game, they started out tough, physical. The first 2 drives for both teams, really Penn State controlled it. But they've lost it since then. It's a shame. Jackson Dart, incomplete. Dropped by Trey Harris. 3rd and 9. If Penn State can get a 3 and out here, that Really only chewed off a minute of clock. And instead it's a wide open pass. Caught, but there is a flag. And Lee is down. Injured a little bit, but there is a flag. Might be offsides. Up, illegal substitution on the defense. First down. Wow. That's crazy. I mean, how many... Ole Miss has had 6 third down conversions. It's nuts. It's not actually insanely good, but when Shaw Judkins gets a gain of 3 or 4, it's not insane. It's just they're in the biggest moments. Ole Miss picks up a third down conversion, and if they don't, then they go for it on fourth down. Wow. Second and 6 at the Penn State 48. Penn State has like 6 people within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. They're going to bring pressure, and Jackson Dart is going to try and escape. He does, and he picks up the first down. First and 10, 8 minutes 45 seconds left, and Ole Miss is at the Penn State 40. This could turn into a 38-17 type game. And Judkins is tackled for a 3-4 yard loss. They can get a 3 and out here. You have to go up-tempo, got to score a touchdown, got to get another stop. It's just too much to ask. And Ole Miss is only averaging 4 yards per carry. Like they're not running this spectacular rushing offense, but it's because through the passing game they're having success. Dart is under pressure. He throws it, and I think it's incomplete. So 3rd and 14. Penn State's also averaging 9 yards per pass attempt, but that's because of big passing plays they've had. Peyton Thorne is 6 of 16 for 38 yards. Penn State's going to bring pressure again. They get him off sides, and that's going to be a first down all the way out to the Penn State 7. That was just inexperience. Wow. I mean, that right there is game. That's game. It's a beautiful throw, beautiful route. Cam Miller is just not had a good game. Wow, it's crazy. Penn State and Ohio State are representing the Big Ten poorly, but to be fair, more so on Penn State's part than Ohio State's, because Ohio State really only had 2 big opt-outs. I mean, Kyle McCord wasn't there too, so you could say 3, but they had a month to prepare without him. Priest-Corn out to the Penn State 2. Ole Miss will punch it in here. It'll be 38-17, and the game will be over with still time left. And those are the worst type of games. The worst type of games. It's just horrible. Awful. You need moderators, Sam. I think I probably do. Let me just see what's happening. Touchdown. All right. Yeah, I do need moderators. I'm putting Do you just nominate people as moderators? Is that how you do this? Defensive opt-outs have much more impact on the game than offensive opt-outs, is evident here. Well, 38-17. Oh, wow. Well, Auburn is trying to drive on Maryland. Maryland's been pretty dead in the second quarter, but Auburn hasn't been able to do much of anything. Wow, that was just an utter collapse by Penn State. But hey, if you told me that Penn State's corners both opted out, and yeah. I mean, at this point, the game's over. Is there a deadline to declaring opting out, or were there last-minute ones? Let me see. Kalen King was listed as available. I think he was a last-minute opt-out. Yeah, I think there were last-minute opt-outs there, and that didn't help. Wow. Well, Penn State's going to have the ball back after this drive. Oh, Auburn, 1st and goal. Maybe they can put something together. But with 6 minutes, 29 seconds left in the Peach Bowl, it's game over. Ole Miss will move on to 11-2. Penn State will move to 10-3. I just complete loss for words, I guess, but I should be talking more. And yeah, BK, that's got to be that is rough for game planning. It absolutely is. Absolutely. Remember to like, subscribe, comment your thoughts on this game down below, and if you want to support the channel, you can check out my Patreon page via link in the description and sign up to be a paid member where you'll be thanked at the end of every video, and you'll get bonus content. Thank you very much. Yeah, this is disastrous, to say the least, for Penn State. It's not good. Liam Clifford, 8-yard catch, 7-yard catch will be 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2. Auburn finally got a touchdown. Hopefully Maryland can hang on and win. I want the Big Ten to at least look somewhat good. And that was a good catch there by Harrison Wallace. Five minutes, 47 seconds left. Penn State's got to go quick tempo. And there's an injured player for Ole Miss. Wow, 544 total yards, 38 points. It's just crazy. But this is far from the same defense that was in for Penn State in the regular season, where they had they're without their DC, and they're without some of their best defensive players, and they're without Abdul Carter now because he got hurt. So, yeah, you can't. It's hard to draw comparisons off of this game and the Cotton Bowl, but it's still an embarrassing showing. Okay, Brandon Katz. I get you're frustrated, but can't be insulting people. Can't do that. Is he on the sidelines coaching? No, he's not here. He's at Duke. He's not on the sidelines coaching. Kuil Ognati. He's not there. He's someone else calling the plays. I forget who's calling plays for Penn State. Let me look that up. Who's calling? I don't know who's calling the defensive plays for Penn State. It's probably Anthony Poindexter. Yeah, this game sucks. It truly stinks. This game, oh, how unfortunate. But you know what? All good things come to an end at some point, and Penn State fans are really ready for next season, and they have been since that Michigan game. That Michigan game it really stung, really stung. All right, Aller back to pass, and they're ruling it as a fumble for Ole Miss. Aller was hit as he was trying to throw, and it sounds like it was a turnover, but maybe his arm was coming forward. We'll see. Yeah, I think that was a fumble. Oh, that's sad. There's a Penn State fan he's a kid. He's almost crying. Ole Miss came to play. They did. Up by 21 points in a game where Penn State they were favored by 5.5. Oh, well, that's actually the Devil's number. That's a red flag. They're going to review it. So, we'll have to see. But Ole Miss is coming back on the field. They're huddling. And right now, Ole Miss is like a 6-minute possession advantage. They're probably going to make it a 10-minute possession advantage at the end. Fake toss, Jackson Dart, bowls forward for a few more yards. I'm going to probably get off before this game ends just because it's officially over. I mean, 21-point lead, 5 minutes left. Ole Miss would have to throw like a pick six, cough up the football. I mean, it would be a choke job of biblical proportions. And Penn State takes a timeout. I don't know why you're doing that, but it is what it is. The game is literally over. I'm gonna check the chat. I'm gonna mute this and I'm gonna check the chat. I just gotta hope Michigan does better and comes to play. Absolutely. I think Michigan's going to come to play. Michigan will be healthy outside of Zach Zinner. But Alabama, they're going to be legit. It's going to be difficult. And I'm 0-2 in predicting these Big Ten SEC matchups. I might be 0-3 if Maryland holds on to beat Auburn, which they're 4th-1 at the Auburn 34. They're probably going to want to go for it, try and go up 24-7 or 28-7 entering the half, which will be a pretty big lead. They should just QB sneak it. But 2nd and 5, Ole Miss gets a first down here out of the Wildcat, then it's over. Penn State does tackle them for a loss, and they'll burn a second timeout, but again, Ole Miss is given a 99.9% chance to win, and Kiffin, as bad as he is at times in big games, he's a decent. His weakness is not necessarily game management. I think it's just the fact that his defenses are never great. Hopefully Georgia loses that. Okay, that would be incredible, but I don't think it's going to happen. I picked Georgia to dominate, although I've been wrong, so maybe Florida State just comes out and does something. BK, how will tiebreakers work next year for the Big Ten? Tiebreakers will work head-to-head. If not for head-to-head, it will go down to which team has the hardest conference strength of schedule, which means the combined record of all conference opponents is factored in. So whoever's combined record regular season of Big Ten conference opponents in their conference games, that will determine the tiebreaker. So, for example, let's say there's a 3-game conference. Well, I'm just going to wait for this one play. Judkins is going to be tackled for a 10-yard loss. And Penn State burns its final timeout. It's still effectively game. Penn State at this point is probably using this game as like an open practice, since most of their players, or almost all of them who are playing right now, are going to be coming back next season. Two teams are tied. They didn't play each other, and they have a, let's do 9-game conference schedule. Team A, the combined record of their opponents in their conference games is, let's say, I don't know, like just randomly, like 15-1 or 16-2. And the other team's is 10-8. The 16-2 team, because they played other conference opponents who had more success in the regular season, they would advance in that tie-breaking scenario. I hope that made sense, but I'm tired, and yeah. The obvious problem is that the Big Ten opt-outs from the top teams put them at risk versus their bowl opponents, which makes the conference look bad. Yes, that's a good way of putting it. All right, Ole Miss will punt this ball away. Penn State nearly got to it. Ball out of bounds at about the 25, 26, 27 of Penn State. I'll watch for this final drive, and if Penn State doesn't score, then I'll get off. Is what I'll do. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell, because I am going to be going on for the Rose Bowl and the Sugar Bowl. I'm going to be live reviewing, doing play-by-play commentary. Hopefully the games are entertaining, because it's going to be... I'm gonna write down some topics to talk about just in case the games get boring. Aller pass deflected at the line, and Aller catches it himself and picks up the first down. Carter McDougall, how much time is left? 4 minutes and 50 seconds. And Penn State has no timeouts, and they're down by 21. So, game's effectively over. Penn State's just trying to make the score look prettier. Singleton has the ball. He has blockers, and he's inside the Ole Miss 40. I mean, Penn State has crossed in Ole Miss territory, but they can't finish. Brandon Katz. Yup. It'll air on the local channel. It's not. I doubt it's only on ESPN. I highly doubt that, BK. Yeah, it'll air locally, because they're airing the Tournament of Roses locally on local channels, and they would lose money by not airing them on local stations easily. SFS inverted. I got Penn State winning this game. Oh, you're funny. Oh, by the way, Maryland did get a field goal, so they're up by 17 at the half. Better than being up by 14. It's a 3-score game. Yeah, Penn State's offense is frustrated. But hey, they've been shut out, to their credit, for 25 minutes. Ole Miss brings some pressure. They get there. Aller is able to escape. He is going to run, and he is inside the 20 at the 14. The final score will probably be 38-24, Ole Miss. Again, where was this Penn State offense the whole game? I know Ole Miss is not playing their best, but touchdown Penn State. Got to do an onside kick if you're the Nittany Lions. Maybe they'll go for 2. I don't know. That was Harrison Wallace III. Along with Tyler Warren, I think he's been the better receiver of the day. Good for him. Yep, he's going to have 3 catches for 40 yards and a touchdown. Good for Harrison Wallace III. And Penn State is going to go for 2. That way, if they somehow get the onside kick, they're going to do a weird... I don't know why you'd go... I know it's for analytics, but, like, if you're going to follow the analytics all game, that's PI. Yeah, that's PI. That's PI. If you're going to do analytics all game, you should have went for it on the 4th and 1 and the 4th and 17. Like, it's just... Franklin not being consistent is mind-boggling. It really is. Let me check more, though. And Nicholas Singleton picks up the 2-point conversion, so 38-25, Ole Miss. On TV, you have ESPN. I don't know. I mean, I hope it's on the local ABC channels. But I'm checking out all these different things. It looks like watch on it might only be on ESPN, like but TV, like if you have the ESPN channel. But I'm checking. You could use some free trials. Penn State's going to attempt an onside kick. Yeah, 38-25. It's just, it's like, where was this team? And Caden Prescorn catches it and falls down. Wow. I don't know. I think it might be local, it may not be. I can't, unfortunately, give you a great answer. Quinshon Judkins gets about a gain of 2. Ole Miss can really just sit here and run out the clock. 2nd and 8. 3 minutes, 27 seconds left. Penn State down by 13. You need a miracle here and an onside kick to win. That's not going to happen. Judkins tackled for a loss of 3. Ole Miss will probably punt this ball with 2 minutes left. Maybe Penn State can make it 38-32, but again, they need that onside kick. It would have really helped if they scored in the third quarter in some capacity. Why is the clock running? Because Penn State doesn't have any timeouts left, Cryo Soul. PSU_MI_Mish. I'm in Mexico, so DirecTV does not work for me, sadly. Let's see if Ole Miss, passes it here. Oh, they're going to get to the edge with Judkins. And yeah, Judkins was inbounds. So Penn State will actually get the ball back with 1:30 left. Yeah, we'll watch this game until the end. That was just what a bad performance in the second half offensively from Penn State. And defensively, I'm not going to, bag really on Penn State. I'm not going to. But offensively, that was just bad, objectively. All right, well, thank you all so much for coming on. It's honestly been a pleasure. Penn State tried to come after it. They didn't. And it's touchback in the end zone. Well, if Penn State were to somehow get a touchdown in 30 seconds and then recover an onside kick, that would be an incredible comeback, but it's not happening. I'm just watching because you never know. And Penn State's offense apparently is humming now. But Penn State's playing prevent. Harrison Wallace III gets about a 24-yard reception, but he's dinged up with an apparent groin injury, which stinks. It's actually a 29-yard reception. Got the wind knocked out of him. Wow. It's been a privilege to watch Penn State's demise with you, Sam. Well, thank you, SFS Adverted. And BK, yeah, I just want to hang out with you guys. Oh. Stinks that Harrison Wallace III got hurt. Arturo Rodriguez, you low-key look like CJ Beathard. Are you... That's kind of funny. I guess with the beard and the short haircut that's not short, and with the face, I guess that's understandable. I respect that. All right. I take that as a compliment. wow, they should have been playing like this all game. Well, Ole Miss has been in prevent this drive in the past one, but there were a few drives where Penn State, I don't know. Was Harrison Wallace a 5-star in high school? Let me see that. I almost refuse to believe that. Aller's going to loft it off his back foot, throw it away. No, he was not. He was not a 5-star to high school. He was a low-ranked 4-star out of Alabama per 24/7 Sports, and per 24/7 Sports composite, he was a 3-star. He was not a 5-star whatsoever. Ole Miss still playing prevent. I'm hoping Penn State can somehow pull off the unthinkable, but I doubt that. Nope, incomplete. 3rd and 10. 57 seconds left to go. Penn State's going to finish this game with almost 500 total yards, but they had 2 turnovers. Ole Miss has the possession advantage, and that's as simple as that, really, if we're being honest here. Arturo Rodriguez, appreciate you can take a joke. Well, of course. That would not be fun if I couldn't take a joke. Aller is going to take off. He is going to run, and he is going to convert the first down at the 35. Alabama just looks more impressive. My score prediction's still going to be the same because I think that Penn State... No, you were past the line of scrimmage, you... Wow. And there's an injured Ole Miss player. Anthony is hurt. Hey, Brandon, don't call people dumb. Don't do that. Don't call people dumb. Ole Miss is actually trying to send pressure. Yeah, I mean, that's a fair point. You can take... It would be easier to take these games into account if they had less opt-outs. Like, if... I don't know. It's just... It's difficult to judge. I will say that because Missouri didn't play Alabama, I think that Mizzou and Ohio State was more of a... I think that was more of an actual, like, closer to a full-strength matchup than this game was. Because no one opted out for Mizzou. They just did injuries, which are a part of the game. And Ohio State didn't have many opt-outs. They just had Tommy Eichenberg, Marvin Harrison Jr., and Kyle McCord. Penn State has had 4 players opt out, another get just hurt. And Ohio State's deep enough to where even with opt-outs, you should still see them play better than they did. I'm nervous. All I know is that most people are picking Alabama to win. And I also know that Alabama struggled with this Ole Miss team at home when Ole Miss was more banged up. 4th and 10. Aller is going to throw incomplete. That's game over. Well, congratulations to Ole Miss. Congratulations to the SEC. I'm going to go eat some Chinese food, do some other things today. All right. I can't do Georgia, unfortunately, but I'll see you guys live on Monday for the college football playoff games, and I will see you later today and also Sunday with videos. All right, everyone. Have a great day. Thank you for coming on, and I will see you all around.